Well, the plastic straw is being phased out at Starbucks. It's the latest giant chain to ban the tiny piece of plastic that has become a huge symbol of harmful pollution. Jeannie Lee is here with that story. So how is Starbucks implementing this change?
It'll start gradually, Arthi, over the next 18 months to wean customers off the idea of drinking out of straws and to get them used to something else instead. And this is the new cup that Starbucks is bringing in. It's looks like a giant sippy cup, really, and after you finish your drink, it'll go into the compost. The other straws that will be available will be made of paper or the same kind of recyclable plastic. Now, this will start in Vancouver and Seattle, where Starbucks' popularity first exploded, and then expand around the world over the next 18 months, as I said. So it really follows McDonald's and A&W in this effort, and there are some jurisdictions, too, that are starting to ban or thinking about banning plastic straws.
So, I mean, they're redesigning the look of their lids and phasing out these plastic straws. So how big of a problem are these straws, really, in order for them to do all that?
Well, that's it. There are 28,000 Starbucks outlets around the world, and every year they hand out more than 1 billion plastic straws. So this move will mean that much less plastic pollution. But at the same time, we have to remember that straws really are not a big problem, given the overall amount of plastic that we throw away. So the Ocean Conservancy, based in Washington, checks out global beaches, and its latest audit found that straws and stirrers really do not make up that much. Look at that, 0.03% of the total plastic waste out there. That's not even 1/3 of 1%, just to put it all in perspective. Still, the Conservancy welcomes this move, saying this, Starbucks, what it's doing is a shining example of the important role that companies can play in stemming the tide of ocean plastic. We cannot afford to let industry sit on the sidelines. We are grateful for Starbucks' leadership in this space, because if more chains ban more plastics, not just straws, but other things, that amounts to something more significant. And if all of this makes us think twice about every bit of plastic that we use and we throw away, well, then that could be the start of something even more significant.
Right, so it might be a drop in the bucket, but it's still a drop.
It's a drop that can develop into other drops.
Exactly. All right, thanks for this, Jeannie.
Okay.